roll forward, and I will do the wrong thing here of giving my back to the camera. So just sitting cross-legged for demonstration here. I'm going to do prayer pose, Namaskara. Get the fingers there just behind the back, pushing up as high as you can. Try to get the palms to touch. And then the progression on this is just pulling the elbows back and lifting the chin. Get a nice supported back bend. And this was particularly good here, more in the middle of the back. But it can have benefits for basically the whole spine. If you want to add a little detail here, once you're there for a while, you can just slide those fingers, pinkies particularly, because that's what's contacting the vertebrae. And give yourself a little bit of a massage. Actually quite good. Just keep the chin lifted maintain the pressure there. And you can go all the way to the base of the spine and back up. So this is the Yogic Namaskara back bend massage. I'll give it a name. But I found this is quite useful. It's a quick way again to release tension and have a more comfortable moment at any time of day. Then I'll go back up one more time, lifting the chin, deep inhale breath, and now exhale, release. Come back around. Now I'm getting blinded by the sun, so we'll see how this comes out in the film. Anyway, the next one is, again, a little bit more advanced. We go from half bridge to supported palms underneath. So check if you're sensitive in the elbows, you find this too much, probably pause here the video and come back and repeat the first 4 techniques we did there. But anyway, following along here, for those who want to try it, lift your hips, bring your heels in as close as you can. Well, bring your heels in first, as close as you can to your glutes. Lift your hips up, then lace the fingers together and tuck each shoulder blade. This is really important, just underneath, so you can get a higher arch and you feel the weight suddenly distribute to the very tops of the shoulders and the back of the head. This is important for the alignment for the arms, so you can get each palm there underneath the waist. Keep the thumbs out. And here you've got a fantastic contact point for the lower back against the palms of the hands. If you have any tension, you're trying to hold your hips up, just release. Drop the weight into the palms of the hands here. You'll notice a marked change, and it's really quite a nice thing to do. Now, if you feel like you can go a little bit further, you want to get a little bit more into this, then just straighten the feet out, keeping the soles of the feet flat on the mat. And there you go. So you've got now complete weight distribution there, just on the lumbar against the palms. And if you want to play with it a little bit, you can always lift a foot gently a little bit off the mat. See how that works for you. If it causes any discomfort, don't continue. It's supposed to be a fix video, so lifting up the other side. The idea is to come out at the end of this better than you started, so just be careful. Bring the heels in and then lower back down. Slowly, slowly, slowly sliding the hands out, keeping the elbows where they are to the last moment, and then just again, knee hug, lacing the fingers across the feet, tops of the knees, rocking side to side. And there we go. Okay, now I'm going to do 2 more. These are advanced poses. One is the plow, and the other is Charkasana. So we'll do plow now because we've already done a couple back bends, and then we'll finish with Charkasana wheel pose. So plow. Again, what you want to do is come back to where you were before with a half bridge, tucking the shoulders in, lifting the hips there as high as you can, and then opening the hands, just pushing, falling upwards, I like to say. Pushing your feet up to the air as straight as you can, and then just back. It doesn't matter if your feet touch the floor necessarily. The idea is just getting really, really deep back bend here. Lace the fingers together. Make sure the shoulder blades stay there tucked underneath. And then relax. Exhale breath. Just see. Maybe you can tuck the little shoulder blades a little bit more. And get the feet to touch. Again, if you don't, it's okay. What you can do here is if you're not quite reaching, you can always go for a modified plow. Just hold on to the feet or the heels, keeping the head flat. Try to keep the back as flat as possible on the floor, and this will give you an extension on the back of the legs, as well as some opening on the lower back. From here, then you can rock this way, sending the feet backwards. But you have at least the brace or the lock of the hands against the legs, keeping the legs straight and slightly better alignment to get more opening there in the lower back, the upper back. You also feel some pressure here against the shoulders to relieve tension as well. And once you're here for a while, if you think you're feeling a little bit more supple, revisit the subject, bend the knees, lace the fingers together, and then shooting back the feet. Again, tucking the shoulder blades if they're not already there. And just get the full complete extension here. And then bend the knees. Coming back. Stay laying on the mat. Lace the fingers across the knees. And just side to side here. Again, listen to your body. Be careful with these. If it's doing more discomfort than benefit, and just look for different pose, different technique. There's thousands of yoga postures. And sometimes you got to experiment with what works for you best. Okay, so now do a wheel pose here. This is definitely rather strenuous back, but it does have the benefit of really opening, and in my opinion, can be a good reset if it's done with the correct caution and good practice technique. So bring the heels in again as close as you can. Lifting the hips as high as you can here. Let's get ready. And now back down. Fingers facing behind you, elbows in. And again, lifting the hips here. Pushing up onto the crown of the head. And once you're here, you're comfortable, everything's in place. Deep belly breath. Push up all the way. Straight through the arms. As much as you can. The idea of releasing any tension there in the hips. And now, going a little further, straighten the arms more. Lift the heels like a car jack. Just push it and adjust out there. And lengthening the arms. Feeling the opening there. One more time, lifting heels. And just stay here as long as you like. And lowering back down. And I like to lift the heels here and grab the ankles. Just slowly slide out of it. Right, keeping the shoulders on the floor the whole time until you can do another release of a knee hug. You're not making too many movements after just that intense posture there. Okay, so really, really important here is Shavasana. So you want to be here laying down completely, letting the benefits of the practice take effect. The back remedies. Palms are facing up. Just closing your eyes. Deep belly breath here. Now maybe take your right hand, just place it on the abdomen. Feel the rise and fall of each breath. Abdominal expands and contracts. And now activating fingers, toes, keeping the eyes closed. Just roll over to your right hand side. Using 2 hands as a pillow here, recalibrate for a moment. Nice deep belly breath here. Again, final realignment. And now using both hands, pushing yourself up to the mat. And hopefully, if whatever point you've carried to in this video, your back feels better and you've encountered 1 or 2 poses here or ideas that work for you. Yoga is a personal experience for everybody. Everybody's body is a little different. I like to share ideas and things that work, and I'll be back with more here on the Michael Sands channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe and have a great day. Namaste.